So we have the 36 volt miter saw, 10 inch. It takes 2 of our 18 volt batteries. I've got 5 amps on there right now, just like this, 2 of them right here. And it's connected to our cordless 2-gallon HEPA vac. That also takes 2 batteries right here. Now we make a couple different models of these. We have a hybrid model that is corded and cordless. This specific one is just cordless, but it also is what we call, it has AWS technology in it, auto wireless start. So the miter saw and the vac is actually connected via Bluetooth right now.
Okay.
So right when I pull this trigger, the vac starts. You'll hear it run. It'll run for about 5 seconds after the trigger.
Very cool.
Now this saw right here will do 434 cuts of 2x4 on a single charge. So you're gonna be cutting all day and you're saving the life of your vacuum because it's only running when you pull the trigger.
Nice. It's nice because once it's in place, if you're going to use this as a shop saw, the rails are stationary and the carriage slide pulling the rails. Pretty awesome.
That's 60 degrees both ways as well.
Wow.
But nice, clean cut. Again, it's not 100% dust collection, but at the end of the day, you're going to be cleaning up a lot less. And if you take a look inside the back, you can see. I think we were using it for concrete earlier, so it might have some concrete dust in it. But here's your HEPA filter.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Look at all the junk in there.
What's pretty amazing about that
Stuff
is
that would wind up on the ground in your saw.
the amount of dust that's already collected, but the power of it seems like it's a constant. As that bag fills, it doesn't seem like power drops off at all to me.
Awesome. 75 minutes of runtime with the 2 batteries. But again, going back, that's 75 minutes consistent. It's only running when you pull the trigger. So this is the corded and cordless version. The only thing you give up is the Bluetooth compatibility, the AWS.
Okay.
So it's still corded and cordless.
Okay, that's cool.
Just no Bluetooth. Half-gallon backpack back again runs on 2 of our batteries. It's got 2 variable speed, 1 and 2. It's got 60 minutes of runtime on low, 90 minutes on high. Oh, I'm sorry, reverse that.
Okay.
90 minutes on high, 60 minutes on low. Oh, wait.
No,
Reverse.
you had
Hold
it.
on.
You double
90
reversed
minutes
it.
on low, 60 minutes on high.
There it is. There it is.
So my question is, so sometimes comments come through, they're 36 volt platform. People have said, oh, if one battery goes dead, it'll still operate at 18 volts.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
It pulls on the batteries simultaneously. So if one battery is dead, it's not going to work. Now, if one battery's full and one battery's half,
Right.
it's pulling simultaneously. So that one battery that's half is going to die.
It will die
Quicker,
and then-
yeah.
So this is our new 36 volt right angle drill.
Okay.
It's got a 2 9/16 bit in it. Just eats right through it.
Wow.
So this is our 14-inch bar. It's an Oregon bar and chain. 36 volts. The only maintenance you need is your chain oil.
I will say,
Bar and chain one.
as far as this goes, I do like how the 2 batteries are inboard instead of maybe hanging off towards the
Yeah.
rear.
Yeah, I like that too.
It feels much more balanced. Pretty awesome.
Yes. So you got your regular chain brake right here. All you do is hold this button until it turns green. Chain brake.
That's
Stops
sweet.
right away. I'll go ahead and make a cut for y'all. Again, another feature we have just for safety is that. So button turns green, chain brake's off, but if I let it sit for long enough, it's not gonna work.
Awesome.
So chain brake's off, greens go.
Nice.
Very smooth.
I gotta tell you, that's pretty cool, man.
Toolless chain adjustment, all you do is pop this up, release it, and then adjust right here.
Nice.
We do have a newer
Arbor saw.
10-inch top handle.
That's nice.
Great for think about like linemen and buckets, just one hand and trimming. It's great. It's single battery, fits right underneath there.
So that's an 18 volt unit.
18 volt,
That's handy.
10-inch, and this one connect. This is our 14-inch. You can put a 16-inch on it.
Okay. So we got the new super saws off, 12 amp hour battery. Are we setting orbital or straight? And we got the new carbide tipped torch blade.
That's a lot of power.
What y'all think?
What was that, YouTube? What was the word? Butter. That's right. Cuts just like butter.
Now, that is the big thing. Carbide torch, right? Carbide teeth. Check those out. See those teeth right there? They're all intact. That's what we stand for, baby. All intact. Hardcore for you. What's next? Let's see what we got next coming up.
We're going to be showing you the Milwaukee Air Snake. Let's clog on this toilet right now. Toilets clog the piece.
How's it going, everyone? So we have the M12 Air Snake here. It's all battery operated. You don't have to use any CO2 cartridges. Everything is done in house. The way you set it is we're going to set our PSI. So we're going to set our PSI right there to 30 PSI. And you hold this button.
So that pumps it up.
Yep. As you see, it compresses all the air in house. So what we're going to be doing is we have a simulation of a clog at the end of the pipe, and then we have water running through the line as well. Whoa! And as you see it, it's a great solution right there. That was pretty sweet.
We got the hammer back on the M12 rotary hammer here. My name is Anthony. It sounds like Jackass. This is the M12 hammer back. So you can hear me even before I press the trigger. When I bump down, the hammer's gonna kick in. The hammer back, and I just. So it's all self-contained. It's all self-contained. It's OSHA compliant. This is gonna be big with the new silica standards.
Yes, there is no dust.
No dust.
The deal is though, with this solution,
Yep.
this takes its own M12 battery as well as the tool, correct?
Yes, right here.
Now, is there any solutions that only run on?
Right here.
The
On
others?
the M18, the hammer back piggybacks off the battery that's running on the tool.
Wow.
Same concept.
That's sweet.
Here. Yep.
Yeah.
And we've also got, these are the dedicated backs. We have an 8-gallon universal dust vac, similar to what you'll see from some of the other brands. All of this is going to be OSHA compliant, HEPA filters.
Can we see a demo of this?
Yeah, let me just get a battery that's live here. There we go. Bring out the big boy, the new 12-0.
This way we can see how well that solution works.
Yep.
Wow. Nice.
It'll continue for a little bit. Once you're done with the hole, leave it there for a second, and it'll pick up whatever's left, and then pull it out. So all of this will help you be OSHA
Compliant, yeah.
It's nice.
No dust. Nobody likes an OSHA fine.
No. And the fines on silica standards are about 12 grand. They're ridiculous.
And they start at 12 grand and go up from there.
Yep.
Now, for the people that are going to their depot, we see this dust solution.
Yep.
What can you tell us about
So
it?
the dust trap, it's also going to be OSHA compliant. What this is really great for is when you're working overhead.
Okay.
This can get kind of heavy.
Yes.
Especially when you're working overhead. So you put that on the tip. And keep it going. The dust will just collect in the bag. You can clean it out and reuse it. Over time, the bag is gonna kind of deteriorate a little bit.
Okay.
But these are $20.
Yeah, so inexpensive.
So it's a cheaper, more cost-effective way to be
Yeah, there's no real
Save the
excuse.
battery and
Right, there's no real excuse not to have something like that.
Let's show the viewers our new 3-in-1 vacuum.
All right, talk to me, Mark.
Talk to me, Marco.
What are we cleaning up?
I'm cleaning up the floor, baby. Peanut shells. Let's be nice.
you got behind you, right behind you. Big class.
Yo, this is Dr. Johnson. You got plenty of peanut shells.
What do you think about the suction on this vacuum?
How's the suction?
Does it suck?
It's amazing.
How good does it suck?
Good. Ocean, quiet.
It is quiet. I'll give you
Number
that.
one. It's amazing.
Sweet.
Now, do I only have to wear that? Can you only wear this?
You don't only have to wear this. What you can do? Can you shut me off, Marco?
This is crazy.
We can't take off the straps off this backpack, but we can hang it on anything above it. Put it on a ladder, etc.
So what he's talking about is right here. Okay.
Oh, the backpack
So not only
comes
can you
off.
carry it, yep, backpack comes off. It also has a 2-inch clamp on there.
Oh, that's sweet.
So ladders, scaffolds, anything, what have you. Now, mind you, this is on our fuel brushless line, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, fuel brushless is what we're talking about. 1 gallon capacity. Okay, remove it, HEPA filter.
Nice.
Bosch certified. That's what it's all about, baby.
Now, what do you recommend? A 12 in there, a 9 in there, a 6?
Comes with a 9 as a kit, but definitely got to bump up to that 12.
Yeah.
You want longer run time, okay, longer suction. You want work to get done, 12.0, baby.
I
That's
agree.
the output.
I agree.
We've been getting a lot of requests for standard impact versus surge. They have standard impact and a surge here. I would love to hear the difference.
So here we have the Gen 3 impact, Gen 2 impact, and then we got the surge, right? Surge is a little different. It's not a hammer and anvil mechanism. It is kind of replicates a pneumatic mechanism. So I'm going to do first the standard impact. What we kind of market and what is true about this is that our standard impact is the strongest on the market. 1,800 inch-pounds of torque, 4 speeds. This is the 1P mode. What 1P is going to provide you with is tool control, and then actually we just added in geofencing and tool lockout. So if this bolts off your site, past your geofence, the tool is going to be reported stolen, and you will also get a text saying that, allowing every person on our 1P network to also be identifying that tool as stolen and reporting that back to you.
Oh, that's sweet.
So we have a quarter-inch self-tapper, right? And you're gonna hear even the loudest part of that is gonna be the ramp up, right? What you really want to do in this setting is just basically drill through. I'm gonna see if I can see this so you can hear, right? And we're gonna go to the Gen 2 just to show you guys what we did with the Gen 2 is we actually, everybody in this industry loves to lick and stick. That means they take the same technology that they put in a circular saw and they put that same exact motor, those same exact electronics into the next generation, and they call it the newest and greatest thing, you know? No matter how much voltage you put, if you know what engineering is and mechanics, it matters how many amps you feed that motor. So this is gonna be our new Gen 3, you're gonna notice that it has 3 settings. That last setting is gonna have a self-tapping screw. So what that's gonna do to the engine is gonna allow it to have a lot of revolutions, which is gonna help you break through that sheet metal. And then it's gonna slow down as it threads so you don't break the head. So there's not gonna be any drilling, there's not gonna be any having to re-tap that hole or redo the surface. And if you can see, I still have my finger on that trigger, right? So with that self-tapping mode, it's gonna allow that
Just
actual,
completely stopped.
I want to say one thing. If you want to see that Gen 3 against its yellow competitor and how well it does against its yellow competitor, then go to this video right here. Or is it this video over here?
Right
Go
there.
check that out over there.
one thing I want to tell you, I mean, we don't name the competition.
We don't know.
Beautiful part about it is that Gen 2 was engineered from the bottom up. You're gonna see that this has the largest copper coil. I'm not telling you to open it, but this has the largest copper coil on any quarter-inch impact in the world. You're gonna see that it's a new brushless motor. You're gonna see that it's gonna be actually smaller than the Gen 3. That's the surge actually. But look at the Gen 2 to Gen 3. You can notice the difference.
So we made, you guys always asked for smaller, stronger, faster. We actually did that. We went from impact, 1,800 inch-pounds to about 1,850.
It's kind of like us, smaller, stronger, faster.
Exactly. And then, last but not least, we'll just give you guys the surge, right?
The surge. I'm really.
So the surge is going to be pretty
excited.
cool. What the surge is going to provide you is that occupied space, right? If you're working in a housing where you have to start by 8 o'clock and finish by 4, this is going to allow you to start at 7 and finish at whenever you decide to want to turn over that job. Just because it's going to be 50% quieter and it's going to be 2 times faster. What happens is that when a hammer and anvil mechanism that is in an impact comes and impacts, it's just a large burst of energy for a short period of time. With a pneumatic, like a surge, that pneumatic mechanism, it is actually going to be a longer yet more regulated impact, and it's going to be way more quiet. So as you can see. And you can see that it's about 50%.
Definitely quiet.
And it's way faster.
Oh yeah, it's a lot
Way
quicker.
quiet.
Yeah.
So my understanding with the surge is that you might not have on paper the torque rating might not be as high, but the torque rating is much wider. Instead of a brief amount of high torque, that torque is delivered across the band. Is that correct?
So what happens is, since the mechanism is not a hammer and anvil mechanism, we can't give you a torque rating legally. We don't work with asterisk. So the great part about that is you are going to get a little less torque, but it's going to be more for those applications where you are in finished space, where you are maybe doing a municipal job in a hospital, in a educational center, where you want to be more quiet, but you want to be more fast. So.
Came out with a line of beveling tools about 1.5 years ago, man, I think we sold over $1 million of beveling tools last year, which is, as a new category, really amazing. So we're out showing this on a daily basis. If a guy wants to weld pipe together, 2 pieces of pipe together, he's got a bevel. What he does now is he takes a grinder. It's slow, dirty work, and it looks not very good.
Right.
And it's uneven. So a beveling tool will do the job much better. And here I did this morning. Pretty nice, clean finish. And
Beautiful.
I'm no artist with this. I'm just a salesman, but I did a pretty good job. It came out. I was pretty happy with it. So
It does look nice.
Thanks. The way it works, so there are standard carbide cutters.
Okay.
And you can adjust your the degree to which you want to bevel the steel. The roller goes on here. The roller guide goes on for pipe. I take the roller off if I was doing plate and straight edges, straight steel. And this machine here will do, we call it to a 3/8 bevel at 45 is the maximum capacity. We have a larger machine that will do a 5/8 45 degree bevel is its maximum capacity. And then there's a smaller, lighter weight version too. So that's been a real win for us in the last 1.5 years. And so again, I've sold grinders my whole life. I did not realize how much beveling is going on.
Yeah.
And this is a much better solution.
Think about how much time and labor
With a grinder.
this tool saves.
Yeah.
Think about that. Traditionally, this beveling would be done with a grinder, freehand. You have an inconsistent bevel that would create then an inconsistent weld. This tool gets the job done more consistently and faster.
It's just keeping it angled. You can see the difference.
The depths, right? Yeah.
No heat. The heat goes in the chips,
Oh, it's sweet.
So you're not, if you're using a grinder, it's gonna look like. I miss those.
So the
sparks.
Skilsaw we're going to demonstrate for you here today is one of their newer products. It's called the 7-inch Metabo saw. It's a concrete worm drive circular saw designed for cutting concrete, for crack chasing. It could be a lot of different holes, expansion joints, things of that nature. The saw itself, there's two different variations and versions of the saw. There's a regular just down on your knees and kind of push behind. And then there's this variation, which is relatively new, just is introduced in January and is actually out on the market since April. It's called the Metabo saw walk behind. All right, both saws are the exact same motor. They're both 15 amp. All right, one's just walk behind and the other one's just push behind. All right. Now the saws themselves carry a 7-inch concrete cutting blade. All right, so this blade right here is 7-inch. All right. The actual unit itself, designed for cutting concrete, like I said, can be used either dry. You see this dust port right here? This one also has a dust port. Or it can be used wet. This is your water line. So either which way you're out in the marketplace now with these new silica dust regulations and rules, you can use it either way, as long as you're making sure that silica dust isn't airborne. Okay? The way it works is you would set here, loosen this up right here. You would turn the unit on, and then before you do that, you actually set your plunge depth. This unit, both of these units, has a max plunge depth of 2 inches. Okay, so if you can see here on the side of the unit, here's your measurements for your plunge depth, all the way down to 2 inches there, down at the bottom. So in order to set that, we would loosen our tightening fastener right here. All right, we would set it down to wherever we want for our length. So let's say I want to go to 1/2 inch right here. I'd set it right there. I would tighten up my bar right there. All right. Also with the unit, I forgot to mention before, there's a GFCI cord. Anytime you're using any type of water with any electric right here, you want to make sure you have that so it doesn't fry the person or the actual unit itself. So we'll turn the unit on first. That's on. That works.
I like how they integrated the dust collection into the handle.
Also, before I even did that line, I forgot to put down my line mark indicator. This helps you stay on the straight line that you want to be on. You can draw your lines down with your cutting. If you want to just stay on this line, you can put this down and go right as you move forward. This is a 10 1/4 inch Skilsaw. It's called the saw squatch. All right, 10 1/4 inch will cut a 4x4 in one pass. All right, worm drive circular saw for the larger applications out there. A lot of usual applications are anywhere from 7 1/4 to 8 1/4. Those are kind of the major majority. But for the larger cuts you're doing, you're looking for a 10 1/4 inch. It's called the saw squatch. All right, let me just demo it real quick. In one pass, get your unit up and going.
Eliminates multiple passes.
One pass, yep.
Beautiful.
Exactly right. Makes it a lot more efficient out on your job sites. Easy cuts, straight through. Now the unit comes with an actual Diablo blade with it, or you can get a Skilsaw blade with it too, based off your preference, whatever the case may be. It has both variations. What I'm going to do right now before I take this out, I'm going to change the actual piece of wood there. Instead of a 4x4 with this super saw squatch unit, I'll hold it up here just so you guys get the idea. It's about 33 pounds in weight, right? The blade for the super saw squatch is 16 5/16, all right? So it's literally a 6 1/4 inch depth cut that you get to this. So if you put a piece of wood here, guys, anybody doing decks, a dock building, anything of that nature, you can cut through a 6x6 in one pass with this particular unit.
Now think about this. If you were using a traditional 7 1/4 circular saw to cut a 6x6, you would need to make 4 passes with that circ saw, okay? And then you'd still have material in the center that you couldn't reach. You'd have to use either a recip saw, hand saw to complete your cut. If you're doing any type of production with 6x6,
And you need to make multiple cuts. It's definitely
Exactly right. With this, you can be just as efficient as you were with the 4x4. With this, one cut on a 6x6 pass versus 4. Now the annoying thing about that is too, not only efficiency, is accuracy of cut. Sometimes guys go, they get those little beveled edges, off there because their cuts aren't exactly the same with all different 4 cuts they have to make. This particular unit.
Beautiful. Now my question is, that is insane. Unbelievable, right?
Yeah. One pass, one cut.
Now that saw itself, the motor on that saw, is that specific for that super saw squatch?
It's a larger version, a dual field motor that helps it run a lot more efficient with that same worm drive. Same capacity, helps it run nice and nice.
How many amps is that stuff?
15 amp.
15 amps.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good because you would think of a saw of that size, it would be above. It's great that they made it work with that 15 amp motor. This way, you have your standard plug. You're not looking for a 20 amp specific socket. I think it's very, very cool. It's very versatile.
The other thing is this is a nice little carrying base for the unit. This is the way it comes packaged. When you yep, it just sits right in its base like this. You can just use these fasteners.
Wow, I was wondering. I thought there was a top. So I was thinking that maybe there was a strap, but that just latches right to the base.
Right to the base.
Nice. That's awesome.
So if you want to store it in your truck, you don't have to worry about it falling over, getting
You
banged
don't have
up.
to worry about the base.
You got it. Yep. And it's a magnesium base, which is why it helps to be a lot lighter.
The DCS 690 9-inch cut-off saw. It comes with your abrasive wheel. Also comes with a diamond cut wheel for cutting concrete. When you cut in concrete, obviously use your water attachment here. Safe, OSHA compliant. Today we're going to demo it with the abrasive wheel, cutting a piece of angle iron for you. Nice. 60 volt saw, comes with 2 9-amp hour batteries. Your water side compartment here. Comes with your blade change wrench also right there.
So it comes with 2 batteries. It only has to run on one though.
Yep. 9-inch saw. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. All right, I can wait to see this. That's beast mode.
Yeah. Electric brake cuts right off.
That's awesome.
So this is our new flexible DCH 41 X2 hammer. Comes with 2 60 volt batteries here. It's a 1 9/16 inch hammer. Yes, it's big for a cordless monster, right? Today we're going to show you the hollow bit. So it's our new hollow bit line. So it's just like a rifle bore, right? These are hollow all the way through and collected by our airlock system. This is hooked into our PWB 012 10-gallon extractor.
So that extractor is not battery operated, but you can use it with the power station.
Yep.
And make it a cordless solution.
That's correct. So like right now we're running this essentially cordless, right? We're running off the power station. Okay. Once we turn the vacuum on and we start drilling, we're going to be sucking up the dust and dirt from the bottom of the hole as we go. You'll see a nice clean hole.
Awesome.
All right.
I have a question. The vacuum itself.
Yep.
Is that turned on at the tool with Bluetooth, or is it how's it come
So
on?
you can turn this vacuum on 2 separate ways. One, you can actually turn it on manually, so then it'll just run all the time.
Okay.
Second, you can actually run this vacuum power actuator. So if the vacuum plug into a power source like this, or just do the wall, yes, you can plug a tool into your power actuation here. When you pull the trigger on, it'll fire the vacuum up. The nice part about that is once you release the trigger, it'll actually run for an extra 15 seconds, clearing all the dust. Got it.
So the only way to run it with the cordless solution is turn it on.
That's correct.
So if you had a corded tool, you would put it through the outlet that activates the vacuum when you turn on your drill or your rotary hammer, and you turn the vacuum on. But because this is cordless, a flexible solution, you have to turn on the dust extractor manually. Shucks.
Makes sense? So I'll run it without the vacuum once, see what kind of a hole this will take, kind of a mess it makes, right? Right, it's a big dusty mess there. Let's turn our vacuum on. So now we're getting suction right from the bottom of the hole. Wow. Yeah. It's night and day.
Guess what? Faster too.
Yep, it is.
Way faster.
Yeah, so some of our 60 volt tools here. They got DCS 388, the reciprocating saw with our 60 volt battery in here, and Lennox CT blades. Okay, so you can cut through wood and steel right with those for demolition.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty badass, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it at first.
Yeah, I just thought it was straight wood.
That's why the Lennox CT blades are so good for that demolition purposes.
I gotta tell you, cut like
Went right
it
through it.
was straight wood.
Yeah.
And that's the 60 volt saw cuts like a 13-inch corded saw. So it's power corded with it.
I gotta tell you, that went right through it.
I love Lennox blades. Years ago, Lennox was they were contacting people. We want to send you some Sawzall blades out, or recent saw blades out. And I got them. I was like, these are awesome. And I use them all the time now. I love them.
Sorry, one more thing about some metalworking tools. So this is the 60 volt cordless grinder. It's been off for about a year now. It's probably one of the better tools we have in the 60 volt line. Excellent tool. Comes with a 4-inch and a 6-inch guard, right? So it's strong enough to punch those 6-inch wheels, cut it out with grinding discs. Comes with 1 or 2 60 volt batteries, depending on how you buy it. 2-second brake, which is important while you do metal work and grinding, cutting off, anything like that. So you let go of the tool, it's going to stop for you right away. So most cordless tools running, right? So that's less than 2 seconds, that shuts off all that. Big safety feature for us, yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So that's part of our 60 volt line, man. We've got lots of new tools here. The 60 volt compressor, the new 60 volt one drive style saws out. Some circular saws out too. So.
This is our first cordless compact router. The neat thing about this, again, obviously you're cutting the cord. It's a lot easier to manipulate. The other neat thing is it's very toolless, so easy to adjust. You can
that's awesome.
You can micro adjust with the knob still, but if you're in a quick hurry, you can actually just push the button, adjust the platform. The other neat thing is you don't need 2 wrenches to adjust this router bit. You pull this red piece out here, it locks the nut, and basically you can loosen it up, take the bit out. It's a lot easier.
I'm loving that.
Yep.
Easier.
So very cool, very awesome router. The other neat thing is, check out this battery. What does it say there?
6 amp hour lithium ion, 12 volt.
That's it. 6.0 on a 12 volt.
Yeah, that's
So we're one of the first companies out there that has a 6.0 on a 12 volt item. We've got the 2.0, we have a 3.0 battery, now we have a 6.0. Big deal there.
How's the charge time on that 6.0?
On the 6.0, 45 minutes.
nice.
So on our 3.0, it's less than half an hour, and then in 2.0, we're close to 25 minutes.
The smaller trim router has, first of all, it has functions that I've not seen before, but it has features that you would get on a much larger router.
Yeah.
With the quick adjustment and then the micro adjustment being separate.
The other neat thing about this, it says EC brushless. So this has our own proprietary EC motor, so it's a brushless motor. Again, better than our corded motors. Again, our corded routers are excellent, but this is awesome because you're cutting the cords, very smooth, a lot of fun to use. It tells you how much battery life is left. Of course, you have a fuel gauge on it. On all our cordless items, 3-year warranty. 3-year warranty on their pack batteries as well. Awesome there.
I will
That
say,
is sweet.
I'm kind of partial to the Bosch routers, so. Your quarter
I
router.
appreciate that, man. This is another tool addition to our 12 volt platform. This is our 12 volt planer. Brushless as well. You can see this actually attaches easily to our vac system. It also comes with a bag. So it doesn't come with a vac, but it does come with a bag to catch all the wood chips.
Okay.
Turn the vacuum on.
GLL 330CG. Runs off our 12 volt power tool platform, just like the router and the planer. So,
Oh
Look how
man, that
visible
is
that is.
awesome.
so it's a 3-plane, 360 degrees, visible up to 200 feet away.
That's awesome.
This is crazy.
You can also pair a receiver with it so that you can detect it up to 300 feet away. Okay. you can turn the pulse mode off. So when you turn the pulse mode on, as you get further out, the beam tends to get bigger. Okay. You can turn it off to keep it thin and keep going. What's great about this one is it has calibration guard. It'll actually tell you if it's out of calibration, because the only time you really know if the laser's out of calibration is after the job and everything's all crooked.
Oh man.
So it's also Bluetooth. And what that is, you can tell how much battery's left in the battery. Pair it right here. There's a free app that's specifically designed for this tool. So it'll tell you how much battery life is left. The calibration guard is probably the best feature on here because it timestamps when it happened, whether it was temperature, it got too hot, or whoever was using it dropped it. It'll actually timestamp it and let you know exactly when it happened, and it'll tell you if it was too hot, too cold, dropped, or it's just been used so much that it needs a calibration.
That is awesome.
It's amazing. So one of the other really good features, let's say you have a guy doing acoustic ceilings like we have here. It's up in the corner and they have to go to lunch. Lunchtime, whatever. Instead of getting on a ladder and climbing up to shut it off, you can actually turn it on standby mode from the app. Save the battery until you come back, turn it back on and go. You can also change which beam you're using from the app. And so when you turn on this tool, it's on the medium mode. So the beam is on the medium mode. Let's say you're in a really light area and you need a little bit more power so you can see it. You can turn it up to maximum power. Okay. And then all of a sudden the sun goes away, it's a little bit dark, you want to save the battery, turn it down to minimum mode. Save the battery.
That's sweet.
One of the sweet features.
Yeah, they're loving this. They are loving this laser.
It's probably our fastest selling laser right now, until I show you this next one we just launched, which is gonna eclipse this thing. So that's our green beam laser. We also have it available in red with all the same features.
I tell you, so I still have reds. I haven't upgraded to green, and I was like, why do I need to upgrade? But the visibility of the green, it's unbelievable.
So coming from a lighting background, naturally green is a much more brighter and visible color than red. It's just how it is naturally. Same power output, same component, one red, one green. Green is more visible and brighter. Just naturally how it is.
Awesome. It makes sense.
So that's this guy in a nutshell.
So it's visible to 200 and with a receiver up to 300.
Really awesome. It's a specific receiver. This comes in a nice kit. Again, it comes with a 12-volt battery. We just launched our brand new dedicated outdoor laser, outdoor distance measure.
I want to see this.
Typically, your standard distance measurements are great. These are good up to about 165 feet. They have a bunch of features, but you can't use them outside when it's sunny. And it's a real pain in the ass. So what happens is you wind up using tape measures, roll of tape wheels that if it skips on something, all of a sudden you're out of measure. So what we launched, this is our Blaze Outdoor Laser. This is up to 400 feet outdoors. So what makes this different than everything else? Obviously, when you're measuring outside, you can't see the dot. But now you don't have to. The reason is because you now have a camera on the front. So what happens is all you have to do is see where the crosshairs are pointing.
I gotta tell you, this is tech I've not seen anywhere else. It's the first time I'm seeing this tool.
There are other tools like this on the market, but the pixelation on the cameras are not nearly as good. Right. And what's great is, let's say you have to get a little bit as accurate as possible. You can put it on a tripod so you can measure from the tripod point on the back. But let's say you want to get exact to something exact. We have an 8x zoom built into it, so you can get exactly where you want to be. And all you got to do is line up the crosshairs for what you want to measure, and it's accurate within a 16th of an inch every 100 feet.
Wow.
Not a 30 second. What the heck?
I know, it's ridiculous. So that's some of the basic functions. There's a lot of additional functions as well. It's the only one on the market with a lithium-ion battery built inside of it. So if they're chargeable, you're not going through alkaline batteries constantly. There's 4 measuring points on this. You can measure from the back, which is standard right when you turn it on. Okay. You can measure from the front of it. So if you have to put it up against the doorway, you get the length of the wall that goes this way. Okay. But there's no way to line up the back. Put it up against the front, you measure the front. to wherever you want to go. If you put it on tripod, it'll measure from the tripod pivot point. So for a little bit more accuracy. And let's say you need to measure the opening of that garage door. There's a pin on the back to get down into the corner of that doorway windowsill for the most accurate measurement. Gotcha. It's awesome. On top of that, you have a bunch of different functions. You have length, area, so you can the area of something, the volume, and indirect measurement. So if I wanted to go out back and measure the height of this building, okay, I would point this at the top corner of the building and it would judge from the angle in this how tall the building is, and it'll let you know exactly how tall it is. So it has an inclinometer built in, so it knows what angle it's on. Okay. And it's always measured from the back. So the smartest way to do it is from the bottom. Okay. So from down here, and then you measure up to the top point, and it knows, okay, well, from here to the top, it knows the distance and the incline. The distance and the incline, and then it
does the math
and
for
then
you.
it calculates the distance to the building and what the height of the building is. Yeah, I killed that one. Yeah, people way smarter than us develop this. Oh yeah. They're great for painters, wall areas. This don't go into a house. It's great. If you go into a house that has all 8 foot 9 foot ceilings, you measure from the floor to the ceiling in the first room, and it stores that memory. And then you just go around, measure wall to wall, and it adds up the square footage. That's how they can figure out how much they have. There's a stakeout function, so it'll beep every 16 inches on center, and then you just tick it off like it's a tape measure. It's also a level, so in a pinch. Yeah, in a pinch, it'll get you something. Doesn't have to be completely precise, but it's a nice feature. This one is also Bluetooth as well. And a big part of this is our Measure On app. So it's available for your iPhone, your Android, your iPad. Basically what you can do is you can take a picture, use the iPad, you can make detailed plans, you can make your own blueprints. You can take a picture. So a contractor sends one of his guys out, needs to take needs some measurements on some walls and whatnot. He can take a picture, draw a line, you can take the measurement with this product, and it'll automatically transfer the measurement from this onto the blueprints of the picture.
I'm liking that. That will save me a ton of work.
It saves a ton of work, but there's also nothing lost in communication because everything's on that picture. You can take that picture, you can email it to the design team, the head contractor, the homeowner, which is great. I used the app to design finish off my basement. And I came up with everything, I designed everything, and I sent it off to the contractor. This is what I have, this is what I need, this is the measurement, tell me what I need. Beautiful.
That is definitely handy.
So this is our new and improved distance measure for outdoor. It just started shipping, literally just started shipping. And it stores 50 pictures, and you can transfer them all via the USB cable onto a computer, Measure On app.
What's that one retailing at?
This one will retail at $299.
Oh my God, it's a steal. That's good. That's a great price for that.
Ready? Our two big competitors for an outdoor laser are Leica and Milwaukee. Okay. Both of them, you're looking at $600 and $610. This one's $299, and it has all the features they don't. And the camera, I'm telling you, 100% stays on battery.
I cannot believe how inexpensive that is for what you're getting. I'm really I'm just, I know I'm sounding like a big name, but I'm just shocked because I know what I pay for lasers and measurers. That thing's unreal.
Our biggest seller right now is this. It's our cordless bolt. This will perform the same, if not a little bit better than a standard D-handle bolt.
Own it.
Love it. Standard is an industry standard. Everyone that has it.
Maybe a ton of money. That's cool. Love it. Yep.
This one will actually outperform. So this is our bolt. It has all the same features, everything, but it runs off our core 18-volt platform. It has a dustless attachment that's actually over there by the on that table. That clips right up the front, runs off the 18-volt battery. So if you're doing overhead anchors, it sucks up all the dust and you're not breathing in. So one of the big things we have, all our cordless hammers, most of our 4-did hammers are coming out with this. So let's say you're drilling through, and then all of a sudden it hits rebar or it hits a hard aggregate, and it stops. What typically happens? Your wrists go through a rot.
Sure.
Well, what we have now with ours is there's like a pendulum in there. And it accelerates too quick. If the tool accelerates too quickly, it kills the power. So what'll happen? I'm gonna keep my finger on the trigger. Wow, okay. So, big cut, and it's flashing to let you know it's still not going to start again until I let it go. And keep going. So it's safety for your wrists.
That's definitely,
That'll come in handy.
that'll save you an insurance claim.
Any chipping hammers?
Any chip? Yeah.
Cordless or corded? We have a full line of corded. I don't have any down here. There's a showroom upstairs. But rumor coming out. Maybe that's why they asked. Rumor coming out. Our most popular chipping hammer, the 11316. We are launching a cordless version.
There you go.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. I don't have a date yet, but it is coming.
Awesome.
You heard it here first.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy, and you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.